that, if you had to paint a picture about Serve's role at APD, what would you say?
Oh, wow. This is where I'm going to kind of get emotional, because the one thing I can say is when you see someone who has not got the ability to walk and you see how they're supported and how then when they take their first steps, like, you've given them that independence. That's just amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And I'm sorry that I am getting emotional, but I suppose what it does show, try to regain my composure, what it does show is, you were part of that. I mean, there are so many people who don't have that kind of support, and they don't have, the option to, maybe get a brace for their legs, or they don't have, the money or the capabilities of strengthening their muscles, or they don't have, the use of a wheelchair. And that's what Serve is doing by providing support for APD. APD is able to provide that for so many people. And again, like I said, when you see a person taking their first steps and you hear the stories then in APD, of, this person came to us and, they were in some sort of a cart or a trailer or something like that, and they weren't able to move. And now you see them actually taking steps. It's just absolutely incredible. Or, like I said, the pool with the occupational therapists and the physiotherapists, and they're strengthening their muscles, and you see them kicking, and you think, wow, that's incredible. And the thing about it is, because we're talking about physical disabilities, by helping them, with like wheelchairs and things like that, that's what you're giving them. That mobility is independence for them. And I suppose it is something that, maybe an able-bodied person would take for granted because we haven't been without it. But for an awful lot of these people as well, there might have been accidents which caused this to occur. And then you also hear other stories as well of how, if they were involved in, various different accidents and things like that, which caused them to lose mobility, that it also cost them their jobs, their livelihoods, greatly affecting their family dynamic and things like that as well, not being able to provide for their families. And you do hear some incredibly heart-wrenching stories. So what I would say is to say to somebody who doesn't see it, to picture maybe the first steps. When you think of a child and you think of their first steps, and you think of the celebration that's involved when a baby takes their first steps, and then you think of, applying that to maybe a young child or a teenager, or, as I said, an adult, and it's just such a joyous moment to see them actually gain that independence and to get moving. It's great.